Welcome everyone to today's midweek moment. I am Pastor Annette Jones, the interim pastor of South Suburban Missionary Baptist Church, a church where God is up to something. We are located in Harvey, Illinois. March is Women's Herstory Month at South Suburban, where we recognize the contributions of women yesterday and today. Our theme this month is Valiant of the Vote, Refusing to be Silenced. Today, I want to share with you about Sojourner Truth. Sojourner Truth was an American abolitionist and woman rights activist. Sojourner Truth was born into slavery, but she escaped with her infant daughter to freedom in 1826. After going to court to recover her son in 1828, she became the first Black woman to win such a case against a white man. I want to welcome to our platform activist Anjanette Young. Welcome, Ann.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here, and thank you for considering me during this time as you celebrate Women's History Month.
Wonderful. We're happy to have you here to be a part with us, and we know that you are doing activist type work, and definitely in your business, Cafe Social Work, being the president and CEO. And as a woman in leadership, I just want to talk about, how did you start? What was it that drove you, or what were your motivators for starting the Cafe Social Work business?
So my motivation for starting the business came purely out of what I felt like was the need and the lack of mentorship in the profession of social work. So as a social worker, I've been in the field for over 25 years. And throughout my, I would say, last 10 years, I've always mentored, coached, and offered wisdom to new social workers as it relates to the profession and what it looks like to work in social work and challenges that they may have. And from that, I birthed my company, Cafe Social Work. And it was really my desire to offer mentorship to new social workers, as I realized in my social work journey that I lacked that support from a mentor to guide me and to walk me through some of the in-depth pieces of learning how to be a social worker and learning how to navigate the profession in a way that I would be successful.
Oh, beautiful. I know that this is an important work, and you've been in this business for how long now?
I've been a social worker for 25 years now.
And how long since you've started Cafe Social Work?
So Cafe Social Work will be 2 years this March on the 16th. I launched it in March of 2019.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary. So how did you determine what you would name this particular company? How did you make that determination? What did you do?
So the name came from part of what I call my 5-year plan. So I knew that I wanted to start a business where I was supporting, mentoring, and coaching new social workers. But part of the 5-year plan was I wanted to purchase a building, and my setup for the building and the services that would be offered in an actual brick and mortar would be set up cafe style. So individuals could come in, grab a coffee or a donut, and there'd be private rooms for studying, conference room for meetings, training session rooms, things of that nature.
Oh, wonderful. And I like that. I love the title. I like cafe because it's like I can select what I need. I can come in, like you said, socialize, also have that more intimate time. So it feels like I'm in the company of, I'm in on safe grounds, right? That I'm coming to meet with somebody who has my interest in mind and is trying to give me the best service possible. And so definitely, I love your title. Have always loved it. Love your title.
Thank you.
So we know a little bit more about a Cafe Social Work, and let's talk about some of the clients that you have, who really benefits from your business?
So Cafe Social Work is specifically designed to work with underprivileged, underserved individuals in the community who are looking to, one, get into the profession of social work, or who are already in the profession of social work and just need some support along the way.
Okay, so it would be new individuals, right? Would it be those individuals that are in their like latter years of their program, and they're getting ready to go and take their test? Or is it also about mentoring those, even those that have succeeded already in the licensure process? Does it also incorporate mentoring those individuals even in their careers?
So absolutely. So the population that Cafe Social Work currently serve and is looking to serve in the future can range from someone who in high school who is thinking about maybe they want to be a social worker and just want to have a conversation about what that profession would look like and what their educational journey would be to start that process. And it could be individuals who are in school for social work or who just graduated from social work, individuals who are needing support around the licensure exam. I often tell people, just so that they have context, that the licensure exam for social workers is equivalent to someone who has a law degree and needs to pass the bar. Mm-hmm. So you have a social work degree, but you need to pass the licensure exam to get to that next level in your career. And so I've often also had clients who are going into what they call a second career. Like they've worked somewhere else in the workforce and they decided later on in life that they want to get into social work and they need that support as an older person. I've been out of school forever and I'm looking to go back and I need some coaching or some support or mentoring around this process.
Wonderful. Definitely social work is an important part of our human relationships that we have with others, because it really goes to all of the streams of how humans interact, right? And those individuals that come in our presence and what they bring to the table. So sometimes they bring a lot of baggage, a lot of things that have influenced them along the way. And we're trying to help them figure it out so that they can become a little better. So with that, how's your faith shaped your entrepreneur journey?
So my faith is absolutely my foundation. So grandmother raised me in Mississippi, and I grew up watching her be a woman of faith. I grew up watching her be a civil rights activist. And I tell people what my grandmother most gave me was two things. She taught me to love Jesus, and she taught me how to help people. And so that has been like my foundation for everything that I do, from going to school for social work to making sure that my voice is being heard in the community in any way that I can shape, guide, or help other individuals.
Wonderful. So, Ann, I know you provide a tremendous service. I've seen some of the feedback. I almost want to change professions myself, but maybe a little too late. I don't know. But and maybe wait a minute, maybe being a pastor is a form of maybe not social work, spiritual work, but it has a social connotation.
I absolutely think of being a pastor is. I remember saying to someone that Jesus was the first social worker.
Oh, wow!
Just in the way that he served people and his care for others. And we read stories in the Bible how Jesus was very hands-on with people, and that's what social workers do.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful! I like that. I like that Jesus component. I'm gonna have to remember that when I get ready to preach a sermon. I'm gonna say Anjanette told me this. And so I'm going to be able to share. So, Ann, what's your next? What else is on the horizon? What other projects do you have, or what other initiatives are you involved in, whether it's activist work or other work? What are you involved in? What's your next?
So right now, my next would be, so I published a book in 2020 called 30 Days to the Finish Line, Conquering the Mountain to Social Work Licensure. And basically that book is just a study guide to give to individuals who are working on their licensure exam, to help them to understand like what the study process is and how to navigate that. So I'm working on a second edition to my book. Just new information that are coming, and when working with clients, they're asking for a specific thing. So I'm going to add an addition to my book based on my work over the last 2 years with clients. I have kind of been catapulted into being an activist, a social activist these days. Just using my personal experience with, I had a negative interaction, racist, unfair interaction with the City of Chicago Police Department. And from that, I have began to use my voice to shout to the world that what happened to me is not fair, it is not right. And I want to make sure that I can use my voice and my experience to help others. And so along with that, I am going to be launching this month for Women History Month, a virtual platform called I Am Her. And so I Am Her is going to be a virtual platform where women support each other. So other women who have had experiences with racial injustice, workplace inequities, racial issues in whatever area of life that they've experienced. It's going to be a virtual platform where they can come and they can talk in a safe space. I found from my experience with the police department that I've had so many people reach out to me and say, I've had that same experience, but I wasn't strong enough to fight, or I didn't know where to get the resources to fight. And I want to make sure that I use that as a way to help others. And that's just kind of generally who I am as a person. And the passion and the gift that I feel like God has given me is service to others. And so I'm going to be launching I Am Her in the next couple of weeks. And that is one of the things I'm most excited about right now.
Wonderful. Wow. That is great. I'm hearing all in what you said, that you are the valiant woman of the Lord, refusing to be silenced.
Absolutely.
Right? Not allowing what tragedy occurred to you to be silenced and to be put over to the side, so that others might know not only was there a struggle, but also to identify with your I Am Her, to identify with the inequities, the discrepancies, all of the disparate treatment, all those things, to recognize it. And what I also heard is that we are stronger together than alone, right? We are stronger together. And so definitely I'm going to tune in and hear what's happening. And although I might not have had that experience, I've had others. Absolutely. And all of us can probably testify or come into agreement with I Am Her, have seen ourselves under or as the ones that had to carry the burden of shouldering these inequities by ourselves, and having a group of individuals, others that say, I am her, I am that same one. And it helps us to know that we don't have to carry it alone, that there are others that have been involved. There are others that might have experienced the same thing. And guess what? We can heal together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wonderful. That is absolutely the purpose and the goal of I Am Her.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I want to find my spot so I can voice what's happening, and definitely help others to heal, because that's what it comes down to. It means nothing for us to have conversation if we can't come down to how do we heal? How do we go from this?
Absolutely. I am my sister's keeper.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. So definitely it's been a pleasure. And how do folks reach out to you if they're interested in getting any information about Cafe Social Work, or getting a copy of your book, or even finding out about the blog that you're about to create and the space that you are about to have, so that we might stay engaged?
So as it relates to Cafe Social Work, I have a website. That website is cafesocialwork.com. On the website, you can read more about the business and the services that are offered. There is an inquiry page. You can reach out to me that way. I can be reached at cafesocialwork@gmail.com if you want to email me directly. And then I'm on all of the local social media outlets as Anjanette Young. So you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn as Anjanette Young.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for coming to this platform. Definitely wish and pray much success as you go forward.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.